Thank you so much for always being here. My name is Isaac Kwabomba, and remember, this is Africanization data, and just want to say thank you so much for always being here. And today, we want to talk about one and the only, the president of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. All the questions in the internet, on everywhere, every corner, the streets that you walk around the town, everybody is just asking, what is wrong with the one president, Cyril Ramaphosa? This guy, I want you to watch this video clip.
This issue that Donald Trump fears so much. We offer this question of the land. I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with South African land because he's never been here. And he must keep his America. We will keep our South Africa. That's what he must do. South Africa is our land. South Africa belongs to all the people who live here in South Africa. It does not belong to Donald Trump. He can keep his America. And Ene is even worse. He's even worse. When I meet him, I will tell him. I'll say, you, Donald Trump, you are even worse because your forebears came to America. They found the indigenous Americans. They wiped them out. They killed nearly all of them. Rine, we are living as a nation, and black and white, we are going to find solutions for our land question. So Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Maori. When we were facing apartheid, when we were facing oppression, he was not here. He did not fight side by side with us. And we were able, on our own, yes, with support of progressive forces in the world, to resolve the apartheid question. As far as I recall, Donald Trump was not around the negotiating table when we negotiated the end of apartheid. So stick around there in the White House. We will do our business here, and we will find solutions for our problems. So stay out of our issues, and we will not get involved in your issues in America. You have your own problems. Leave us alone.
Yes, it is just the other day, Cyril Ramaphosa, or rather, I don't know how should I call him, President Cyril Ramaphosa was talking ill about President of the US, Donald Trump. And he was telling him live on video, live before the cameras. And he was saying President Donald Trump should leave the South Africa to its own. He said, leave South Africa alone. South Africa belongs to the land of Africa. South Africa belongs to African. They should stay away with their imperialism. They should stay away with their nepotism, with their kind of mistreatment, their racism, and all those manner of things. You can imagine. These presidents talked so much about the United States leaving their country alone. Yeah? And everybody seemed around to clap, and they were so happy that, and everybody believed that now President Cyril Ramaphosa is marching behind President Ibrahim Traore in the movement of bringing back Africa to Africans, bringing the land Africa to their original owners. Everybody seemed to understand, because if you could listen to the reaction from the public, it literally tells you that the Africans are so much tired with the leadership from the Western people, with the culture of the Western people, and now they just want African policies that are facilitating the interest of African. And now the guys were clapping for Ramaphosa, knowing that this guy is now totally transformed. Then boom.
So it's a real joy, and I'd also like to thank you for allowing your people to start discussions with us at the trade level. I mean, we are essentially here to reset the relationship between the United States and South Africa. We are long-standing partners in many ways. We've collaborated in many fields, in space issues, in energy, and in trade, and we therefore need to reset that, particularly in the light of some of the announcements that you made on trade and investment. So we want to advance more trade between the two of us, two countries, and our people now have been empowered by yourself and by myself to start engaging, and we hope that we will be able to fuel that engagement during our talks. And we also want to discuss issues that have to do with how we promote further investments in both countries. We've got about 22 companies from South Africa that have invested in the US. That's creating a number of jobs. And similarly, you've got almost 600 companies that have invested in South Africa, and some of them have been in South Africa for more than 100 years.
That's true.
So our links are really long-lasting, and we would like to recalibrate those relations between our two countries and discuss a whole range of issues, geopolitical, the work that you're doing to bring peace around the world, in Ukraine and in the Middle East. So we value that, and we are also a great contributor to peace processes that are going on around the world. And of course, we want to discuss how we can support each other. You are a much bigger economy than we are. We're just a tiny economy, but we rely on each other on a number of issues. We've got critical minerals that you want to fuel the growth of your own economy and reindustrialize. So we have that on offer, including rare earth minerals. So all that combination of opportunity and the products that we buy from you, as well as what we sell to you, I believe makes up a really good and powerful relationship, which we need to strengthen, which we need to engender, and that is really what has brought us here.
So this, I don't know, should I say these are two different Cyril Ramaphosa's. There's one Ramaphosa that is trying to pretend is good before Africans, and there is another Ramaphosa that is trying to embrace the West. So we are trying to merge the two. Who is who between the two? Because when he goes in the darkness, he speaks so much very good in the darkness, so much good things that he praises darkness. And then now when he comes to the light, again, he praises the light so much. So we are trying to understand, where does he belong? Huh? Where does he belong? It is just from the first clip, as I showed you, that Ramaphosa was telling the US that they should mind their own business. Their country, their land is big, their taxes is there. They have so much issues to deal with at the moment, but they are busy concentrating on South Africa. And now today, the president now is in the White House. All of a sudden, is now praising the enemy. Is now praising the same enemy whom he was saying, leave our land alone. He's now asking the enemy to support them. He's now asking the enemy to partnership. He's now telling the enemy, we have minerals that now you need to come to our land for us to invest into this, so that we will get something. You guys have factories, and we will have those minerals. So you can be mining, you come, you refine them, and then you give us something. What kind of African leader is this? Sometimes I've always tell you the African leaderships are the ones who are supposed to be arrested early in the morning. Like now, Ramaphosa should be arrested in the morning because it's like he is marching against the will of the people. And as you can look at what the South Africans are talking in the internet, they're like, President Ramaphosa is the president of South Africa, but my president is Ibrahim Traore. You know, it is kind of an embarrassing statement. It's kind of a desperate statement to hear from his citizens. It means they are so much tired of him. The person is just after signing deals and after deals that are not benefiting the South African people. These deals are just after his own stomach, together with his small circle. So African movement already kick-started, but now who can now trust Ramaphosa? No one is going to trust President Cyril Ramaphosa because of his actions. Today you are here, tomorrow you're there, you want to please them all. Africans are trying to kill them all, and you're trying to feed them all. So what is happening? What is happening in between here? Who is who? Who is who? Who is betraying another one? Yeah. And remember, as I gave you an example of Burkina Faso, they were only getting 2 billion in a year when France used to mine gold from the land. And in 2 years since President Traore took the power, this guy has done a lot of great things in Burkina Faso. He has planted the tomato plantation. He has started the industry for creating or rather generating building railway wagons. They no longer import that, and lately he has also started an industry that processes milk, and now no one is going to import milk from the country of France, as it has always been now. So you see, at least there is a lot of growth. There's nothing that now France can do about it, because they have always been talking about democracy. But now when we give an example of democracy, you talk about the country of Libya that was being led by the late Muammar Gaddafi. The way the land is looking like hell. And you know, these guys are talking like, you know, we are fighting for democracy in Burkina Faso. This guy is using the national gold for his own interest. And guys are like, if whatever he has done is about his own interest, then let it be so. Because there is more tangible evidence. At the moment, from getting 1 billion, 1 billion profit of this gold resource. Right now, in 2 years, they made, based on the report that I watched, that was last month. That was the latest. They were at 18 billion in 2 years. So that means in 2 years, they're supposed to, if France will still be part of the deal, right now Burkina Faso will be having 2 billion. And at the moment, they have 16 more. So what does it tell you? African is being exploited, and it simply tells you that Africa is not poor at all means, at all cost. It's only the interest of a few corrupt leaders who are in the forefront to ensure that Africa flops, Africa dies, Africa is seen, remains in poverty forever. Yeah, those kind of conversations are the ones that we are supposed to having, like even a union, our own union, that like but at the moment we still have African Union, but it's still being funded by the European at 60%. African themselves, they're funding their budget at 40%. What is wrong with the African leaders, or what is wrong with the Africans? You are the owner of African Union, and at the same time, you are funding it at 40%. You are leaving the European Union to fund you at 60%, while everybody we thought like you would be the guys funding your own union at 80% or even 90%. Then the remaining percentage can be funded by the European Union. This is the reason why you are puppet. This is why we will remain to be darkest continent. This is why racism will continue. People, African, black child will never have peace while in the Western cultures. You know, most of these people, our brothers, are going through a lot in the Western world. But when they come to Africa, they tend to prove a point that, you know what, guys, we are living so well, the life is good in the United States, you know, there when you go, you just make money, you know, yo, my guy. But there is nothing like that. Most of them are going through a lot. And I was talking to someone here just the other day, and he was telling me that while you are in the US, you need to have a tough skin. Yeah? You need to have a tough skin, because yes, there is money, you'll make money, but you need to have a tough skin, because most of them, these guys will always be they try to joke around with you. Some of them, they will end up calling you, they tell you, they just make fun of you. Yeah, when they mention, you know, you might not be called like a baboon directly, but someone just says like a joke, like, I love seeing baboons. I love seeing baboons around me. What does it tell you? It simply tells you you are the baboon around them. Yeah. And now, what is the duty of the baboon? The baboon is to entertain the tourist. And now you are the real baboon in that particular land, and now you are entertaining them. There's no need of them going to coming to Africa to look for baboons. Another question that you're supposed to ask ourselves: have you ever heard, in most cases, that the children from the West, the Mzungus, that they have that dream of always coming to visit or rather live in Africa? None of them do that. Apart from most of them, they always have a dream of visiting Africa and just seeing how Africans live, how the black people, how the baboons live, how the baboons carry out their own activities. You know, they know these people, the black, are no longer normal, like, you know, normal, like, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So the moment we keep on being puppet of the West like this, but even if you can look at how President Ramaphosa was approaching President Trump, you see he was a bit desperate. There was a desperate move. The way he was taking his hand to be shaken by the president, it was like, you know, President Trump doesn't know how to hide. You know, he is always real. So it is our duty. It's either we continue being treated that way. You go there, you go back there, you back, and then you are given some donation. You come back with them to your country. Stop that, African. You need to wake up. It's high time we all march behind President Ibrahim Traore. We all need to march. No more going back, but by going forward forever. A coup attempt that was in Ivory Coast simply tells the world that the Africans are so much tired with the Western leadership, and now they want to get their own thing, the original thing that arises from their land. My name is Isaac Wabomba, and for more of this kind of content, ensure that you follow me. If you have any topic that you'd like me to cover it for you, always feel free to leave it in the comment section, but do not forget to subscribe. Until the next episode, bye bye for now.